Okay, so now it's time to add all of the information populated through the form and the new name of our image into the database. The first thing before we start anything is we're going to open our functions.php and we create the new custom function. If we scroll right to the bottom and create a new function which is called getOrder. And to this function, we will be passing several parameters. First will be the case. Second one will be select. Then we choose from, where, and equal. Okay, that's all fine. If we go up and from the get category name, we copy the entire code to make it quicker. Okay, now our SQL statement will be select, and now in the curly braces, select, which is our second parameter, from the categories we're going to replace for from, where ID will be replaced with where, equals ID variable replaced by equal, and let's put it in single quotes in case it was a string. Okay, then let's continue by order by, and now actually let's copy this, order by select. We want this to be ordered in a descending order, and limit by 1, just to make sure we're gonna only retrieve one record. So basically what it's going to be doing is it's going to retrieve something from some database where something equals something and order this by whatever we selecting. Okay, before our SQL statement, however, we need to start with the switch and we pass the case to it. And our SQL statement will be, let's now move it here, inside of the switch, and it's going to be case 1. We won't be using any more cases here, but I tend to create, for majority of my functions, I tend to create switches simply because at some point I may need very similar function with just slightly changed SQL statement, in which case I just simply add another case and just modify slightly a SQL statement, and the same function might be used for very similar purpose as well. So we only be using case 1 in this case, but then we've got database connection, all is fine. Okay, now we remove this if statement from here, and what we're going to be doing, we simply return, and let's put in a bracket, rows, select, whatever we've passed as a parameter, plus 1. Okay, now what's gonna happen, how we're gonna use this function? If we go back to the images, we create the variable called order equals get order, our new function, and as parameters, the first one will be the case, which is 1. Then we are passing what we want to select. We want to select display order, and we want to select this from table images, where our category column equals our ID. So all records with the category relevant to which we are currently viewing, which is if we, let's say, in a Dublin category or Basque category, this ID is passed to this function, and only these records, only these images associated with this category are taken under consideration. So we selecting display order field from images where category equals whatever category are currently on. And then we order the whole thing by obviously select, which will be our display order, in the ascending order. So we've got the highest number right at the top, and we want to limit by 1. So the only thing we are retrieving is the last number of the display order field. So if, let's say, the highest image has number of 5, we've got 5 images, the highest number is 5, then obviously what it's going to retrieve, what this function is going to retrieve is the 5 plus 1, which will be 6, and this is what we assign into the order variable. So we know what order should we assign to the newly inserted image. So now our SQL for insertion, and we start with insert into images, and we will be passing a caption, image, category, and display order. Actually, let's put this on the new line, and now values, and again on the new line, if we put single quote, curly brace, caption variable, then we have single quote, curly brace, new name as the file name, as the image name, to make sure it matches actually what we've created here, because we've converted obviously the original name into this new one, and our files have this new name. So new name, then comma, category will be our ID, which is an integer, we don't need single quotes, and then order, which is also an integer, we also don't need single quotes, and we can close the bracket. So our SQL statement is ready. Now let's create the result variable and assign MySQL query to it with SQL and conDB, or die with MySQL error. Okay. Now we'll check if everything's been fine. So if result has returned true, then caption variable we want to set to be blank, because as you may remember, the caption is used here for our sticky form field. So we want this to be blank. We don't want the name to stay in this field, the caption. So and confirm message will equal p with a class of conf, which is a green color. The file has been uploaded successfully, and closing paragraph and double quotes. Okay, now that we have this variable created here, you can scroll down. Okay, and after our heading, let's open the PHP tag, and echo is set confirm message. So it was a confirm message, yeah. I'll copy. I best it's the copy, just this thing. Okay, confirm message and question mark. Echo this confirm message. Otherwise, don't echo anything. Okay. If we save the file, we go to our browser and test it. Let's give our new file a caption, which will be Guinness, and upload the file. Oops, we've got the error in our SQL statement. You have an error in your SQL syntax, check manual corresponding. Okay, order values, JPEG. Okay, so it's going to be somewhere near the order. Okay, let's go back to our text editor, scroll up to our SQL statement, and yes, obviously, we have display order, which should be underscored. If we go back, refresh it. Yes, I want to refresh. And hey, our image is here. Now if we click on it, it's going to simply open the image in a new window, because we still didn't apply our jQuery here. But as you can see, images are uploaded. If we check FTP, reload, yeah, because I've obviously refreshed the page, it uploaded the image twice. Reload the thumbnails, they are also here, so everything's fine. So in the next video, we're gonna have a look at how to actually use the jQuery Lightbox plugin to display our images in enlargement.